see what is APIPA. By abbreviation, it is Automatic Private IP Address. So APIPA also having a range 169.254.0.0 to 169.254.255. Again, there is a valid range is also there. This is a total range, but there is a valid range is also there, right? So I'm writing a valid range here. 169.254.0.1 starting, and 169.254.255.254. So anytime you got a doubt APIPA, then immediately put it in a Google, then you will get it. So this is the range. This is full range. Okay, and there is an explanation is also there. Okay, don't forget APIPA. In a networking places, so APIPA is the most common questions. Most common question. Okay, even for a if you after 5 6 years in experience in networking, it is also in one interview question. That's why I show you in Google also, like what is IVPA. You will get correct answers. That's why. Sometimes you try in a Google, some answers are completely wrong. Like what is domain? Put it in a Google, you'll get a different answers, and most of them are wrong answers. Okay, so English names and networking names are a little bit different. Okay, so this is the range, but what is this APIPA, automatic private IP address, means what? So here it is, we can assign name of IP address two ways.
Sir, it's off.
What happened?
I think recording is off.
Recording is there, recording is there,
Recording is there. Recording.
and my recording is also there. Okay, I think I changed my spelling and I forget. Yeah, first only correct. Okay, assigning of IP address two type. One is manual, another one is automatic. So if you assign in manually, so that is we call it as a static. You assign, if you got IP address automatically, that is dynamic. So in manually means we have to assign IP address our way, and in a dynamic, who will give you IP address from, or to get IP address from DHCP server. From DHCP server, you are getting an IP address. DHCP server can be a server, or can be a router, or a particular device which give you an IP address, right? So automatic means you are getting IP address from DHCP server. So I will go to my ncpa.cpl. Okay, so here is my Wi-Fi. So I'm going to status details. I'm checking my IP address. If you look at this one, DHCP enabled S means, meaning is I am getting IP address from DHCP server. It is a automatic. I'm in a automatic mode, dynamic mode. So I get IP address from DHCP server. Okay, and also we can see from here, and also you can see DHCP server address. So that is nothing but my router address only. So my router act like a DHCP server. Okay, so DHCP enable yes. So I have a one virtual network is there, that is a VMware adapter, VMnet 1. This is also DHCP enabled S, but I am getting 169.254.97.123. Okay, I am getting this IP address, and if you read it, auto configuration IPv4 address, auto configuration IPv4 address 169.254. Like this. It means I am getting API address. I'll go to this one. Any difference? Yeah, here it is. DHCP enable no. It means it is a manually configured IP address. The IP address configured here manually. So I'm going to the my VMnet 1 status properties. You know how to give IP address, right? IPv4 properties. You can see obtain IP address automatically. It means I'm a DHCP client. Get IP from DHCP server only. Okay. So when I select this one, so this is the manual configuration. So you can give IP address manually. If you are observe, when I select the second one, it means for a manual or a static. This here you cannot see a tab here. Only one general tab is there. But when I select the first one, okay, when I select the first one means when you are try to get it IP from DHCP, you can see alternate configuration. You can see alternate configuration tab. See general tab, alternate configuration tab. Again, I'm going to this one. See, this tab is gone. So here it is. If this computer is used or on more than one network, enter the alternate IP settings below is there, and also it is showing automatic private IP address and user configured. This is user configured and this is automatic private IP address. So what is that meaning? I will explain it. So we need a this. If you won't get any problem, then no problem. So this is my computer. This is my PC. So PCA. Here in the network settings, I said get IP address from DHCP server. So this is my DHCP server. So I am a DHCP client. Okay, DHCP server 1. I'm a DHCP client. So what will happen? I need an IP address. I send a request to DHCP server. I send a request to DHCP server. So DHCP server will give you an IP address. Okay. So which process we use in DHCP to get IP address? The process name. Anyone? Remember? NAT is different. So why you NAT is for network address translation, means inside to outside communication. I'm asking, you are getting IP from DHCP. There is a process is there. The you are getting from DHCP means automatic or dynamic. The name is dynamic. Automatic or dynamic. It's okay. Maybe you didn't remember. The process is name is DORA process. Discover, offer, request, acknowledgement. Discover, offer, request, acknowledgement. It means Okay, we have to. This is the client side, right? So client don't know any IP address, don't have any IP address, don't know uh, who is DHCP server also. Okay, so I want an IP address from DHCP server, but I don't know who is DHCP server. So what I will do, I will discover DHCP server using a packet name called a discovery packet. Okay, DHCP discovery packet. I broadcast this one to everyone. So DHCP server receives my discovery packet and send an offer, IP offer to my server, my client. Okay, offer. I will send a discover and I receive a offer. Then client requests DHCP server, so it will see the offer and request, yes, I want this IP address, and server send acknowledgement to my client. So what is this acknowledgement? Acknowledgement contains IP address configuration, lease duration, and other information like DHCP server information, DNS server information, like that. Okay, it is happens like that. DHCP server won't give you IP address directly. You have to discover it first. Once you discover, then only it check the IP address range and it will give the IP address. So this process we call it as a DORA process: discover, offer, request, and acknowledgement. Got it? Remember what is DORA? Okay. So just instead of I'm telling a DORA, simply a request for IP address, I'll get IP address from there. So because of I'm in a first option, obtain IP address automatically. It means I become a DHCP client. So I ask DHCP server for an IP address. Now here what happens. If in case your DHCP server is offline, cases. First case, DHCP server is online offline. Offline means it is shut down, some corrupted, or maybe or disconnected, disconnected from network. So network wire is gone. So instead of if, because there is a lot of ifs are there, so like it is offline, maybe it is disconnected. Okay, IP pool means your scope is completed, means given IP scope is like 100 IP addresses or 200 IP addresses, your scope is given, the scope is completed. Or maybe a service down. Okay, possibility, maybe offline means it's a service down in generally. Okay, service down or a server down. In these cases, the client, so in these cases the client not get IP address from DHCP server. These cases client get won't get a IP address from DHCP server. And of course there is some more other scenarios are there, like a MAC address wise blocking is also there. Okay, so obviously client not get any IP address from DHCP server. So what happened, client device, so client means it's a PC or a device, assigns a IP address itself. It assign a IP address in the range of IPPA in the IPPA range. So based on MAC address of client, okay, client or a PC, we can say. Okay, so this is the simplest thing. If in case you are unable to get IP from DHCP, either way, from client to DHCP or Polymet DHCP or services or anything, so DHCP from DHCP are not getting IP address. So what happened? Automatically it assign an IP address. It means when you see your IP address in the range like 169.254, you check your IP address and it is showing 169.254. Obviously, first to these two things, it's a class B. If you see this one, automatically it is a IP address. So you are unable to access from DHCP. So that is API. What is the range? 169.254.0.0 full or 1 starting with 1. So why I said MAC address? Because it has to assign some unique type. So you don't know what are the other two portions, host portions it will put. It calculate from the MAC address and it will generate. But in the network, APIPA won't work. Okay, IPv4 APIPA won't communicate in the LAN network or any network. It won't work. Just it is a error type only. Now what to do? If you got IPPA, it means it's a network error. Obviously, okay? It is network error. What to do? One thing is, if in case if you may got that kind of issues, go to properties or status properties, anything. IPv4 properties, same place. Go to alternate configuration, user configured. So you can assign a manual IP address also here. Go to user configured, assign your own IP address. What are the network related? You can assign your own IP. Means if you don't get IP address from DHCP, you can use this manual IP address also. Okay, you can use that manual IP address also. That is one solution. Second one, normally people we are not going to assign our own IP because it may conflict with other IP address. If in case other device having same IP address, a conflict will occur. So to avoid that one anything, so I will tell very simple. First, check DHCP server. So what we have to check? What we have to check? Connection is there or not? Firewall. Any firewall is blocking. Any firewall is blocking that services both client and server side. Firewall you have to check. Software firewall, right? Normally. So firewall. Okay. If in case it is a system firewall, okay, check at client and server side. So firewall may be a problem. Check the scope range. Okay, the scope is 100. Is any availability? Availability is there or not? Just check the scope range. Next, DHCP service. Okay, check the DHCP service running or not. Running. Sometimes service also stopped. Okay, firewalls connections means the wire connection or what are the things. Scope range is there, means any free IP address is there or not. DHCP server is running that. So and fix issues first. Okay, once DHCP server running means good, everything is good. First we have to fix this issue. Once we got an issue, check IP address in at client. Okay, at client side, check the IP address. If still it shows Apipa address only, then what to do? Go to the CMD. Go to CMD. Type this command: ipconfig slash release and ipconfig slash renew. Okay, ipconfig slash release, ipconfig slash renew. Okay, so what it will happen? It remove the configured IP address. It only works with the dynamic IP addresses only. So what it will do? It remove current configured dynamic automatic address, any address, either it is a IP address or maybe a different network address. Okay. Then it starts DORA process. Renew, start DORA process means discovering again any DHCP server available and get the IP from DHCP server. Okay, these commands only for DHCP purpose only. Okay, so this is your Apipa. And and anyway I got these two commands and I will explain another example. Okay, one more is there, no? Go to network adapter. So right click on network adapter, right click on network adapter, disable. After disabling, again enable, then check your IP address. Okay, so this is the one. So these two solutions are easy solution. One is CMD, another one is GI mod. So directly go to your network adapter, right click, disable, and then once it is disabled, then again right click, enable. I will put and then enable. Okay, I will tell another scenario. This is a Apipa scenario. It means simply if you are not get a IP address from DHCP, your client PC assigns its own IP address. So that IP address in the range 169.254.0.0 to 169.254.255 to 255. So this is the range. Okay, so that we call it as a Apipa range. So automatic private IP address. Next, okay. So if you got IPPA, then first we have to check the DHCP server working or not. Then check the client. Any issues are there in a client side and server side. Fix the issues, connection issues, service issues, firewall issues, or any other issues. So fix it. Once fix is done, then go to your CMD, put IP config release, and then IP config space slash renew, or you can directly open your adapter, right click, you can see the disable here. So first disable it, then enable it. Just click disable. So you can see this gray color kind of stuff. Then right click enable. Okay, like this. Now it is enabled. Of course, this is not connected to any server, including I disable the server. Okay, it is still showing disable. Just refresh this one. You can see enabled. Sometimes it will throw error like if you are in a client side, then obviously um, it asks administrator username and password. It won't ask anything. Okay, it run in both for any user. One more scenario I will tell. So where we use these commands, because that is a this is also troubleshooting. This is also one troubleshooting, and one more scenario I will tell. For example, I have a PC. I connected to one network. So for example, I have a laptop. I connected in my office. Okay. In my office, I got some IP address to my laptop. Work is completed, and I return to my home, and I connected to my Wi-Fi. I will get my Wi-Fi related IP address only, not my office related IP address, right? So when I change my network, obviously that network IP address I will get it. So when I change network, okay, so I will tell a direct example. I went to my office. Okay, for example, I'm in a office, our office, Seven Pune office. Belongs to Pune. Okay, so I'm in a Pune office. I got a IP address. Okay, so I got a IP address and work completed. Now next, I came to home. Then IP address should change according to my home network, my home Wi-Fi. Okay, so Pune office, I got an IP address, and then I go to, so I should get IP address. But but IP address still showing world one only. It is showing world one. It is not changing. Meaning is it is not changing according to my home Wi-Fi. Okay, it's not changing. It is still showing world one. In this scenario also same thing, same troubleshooting. Okay, so first of all you have to check your Wi-Fi is working or not, range is there or not. That is one thing, and another thing is just remove the old one and get the new one. Both side dynamic only. In my office dynamic, here also dynamic, but it is still like it is showing a dynamic one. Simple scenario also I will tell. Here it is. We got a issue in 2019, around 19 only, so 2019, so we remember. So because this metro line is going on in Pune in front of our office. Okay, so what we done, so we took another internet connection. Earlier one internet connection, later another internet connection we taken. So this is for example with you took a U broadband. Yeah, U broadband. is a one router, another one is a Airtel router. Okay, another one is a Airtel. Both are routers are there. So I have a LAN and we have a switches. Okay, so your thing is connected to these switches only. So what it is there? Normally we use a U broadband for our LAN only. So through these switches. Okay, we have a switches in our LAN. So multiple switches, one switch to another switch. So we connect a U broadband in generally. Sometimes U broadband is not working. Sometimes U broadband is not working. So what we do, we'll disconnect this one and we'll connect it to your our Airtel router. Okay, U broadband router is connected initially and it give IP address to my LAN. Now what happened? U broadband not working. Some issue is there. It is down. Then we change this cable. So we disconnect this cable and we connect it to Airtel router to the switch. Now what happened? This is a different range. This will 192.168.0.0 network, and this is 192.168.1.0 network. So both are different networks. That too, both gateways are different. This gateway is 0.1. This gateway is 1.1. Okay, this gateway is 1.1 and this gateway is a 0.1. So I got IP address from U broadband and U broadband router I'm using. Good. Now some issues occur. U broadband is not working. I removed the connection of U broadband. I connected to Airtel router. Now IP address different. My client PC is not changing with a new IP address, not updating to new router. Immediately it won't update because it's already some IP address is there from the old router. Now I change my network. So according to the new network, it is not changing. So what is the solution, guys? Understand scenario. Two routers are there, the two different IP networks. Initially I connected. From here I'm getting IP address. Okay, from this router has a DHCP server. I got IP from there to my network. Now I change. I disconnected it. I connected to my new router, but my IP address is not changing. So what is the solution? No one is. Everybody gone mentally. Okay, someone is told Dora. No means you don't understand, or no means you don't know. No means you are not sleeping. DSCP scope same. Both are having different DSCP networks. Both are different networks, not same networks. Initially, I got IP addresses for my PCs. I got IP address from this router. This router. Okay. Now I disconnected from this router. I connected to Airtel router, another router with this network. So this is also DHCP server. So now I should get IP from here, not from here. But it is showing same IP only, like it is showing like 192 dot. So no, not required like that. I got a 0 dot 110 like this. Okay, like this only, not as a 1 dot series. What to do? I change my router, so it is different network, different DHCP server. Okay, good. Disable, enable the adapter. Very. Answer is same. Why I'm asking that question? It means you really understand it is related to this one or that one. Okay, so you can disable, enable adapter. Otherwise, use ipconfig space slash release and then ipconfig space slash renew. It remove your old and then it will give it a new one. Okay, this is a very very general troubleshooting, not a specific high level troubleshooting also. It is a very general. Okay, getting an ip address and this thing, and also we'll get ip understand ip why we get it, and this scenario both. Sometimes because of your mac address is denied in a dhcp server time also, you'll get it. It's like mac, guys, anybody knows mac binding? I will explain very simple. Mac binding is like, I have a wi-fi and I told to my neighbors and all, this is my you know in generally, people will ask like, what is your wi-fi address, sorry, wi-fi password. Okay, so I have a wi-fi and I people knows my wi-fi password. Then what people will do, they keep connecting. So my devices are three four devices only, but so multiple people are connecting, then it is become my wi-fi is giving a lot of people internet services and no binding in it. So they to their mobile phone and all. Yes, like that one only. Okay. Yeah. Okay, after one, within a less than one, within a 1 week only, they ask my password. But I given directly, even my one of neighbor room person is also asked me. uh, uh, so then I just take their mobile and I will configure. I never note down it, otherwise they will put it for everything. Okay, including for tvs, audio systems, they will put it. Okay, so what we do like this here, it is in generally in organizations, offices, in the scenario like, um, in our hyderabad office, so every employee, yeah, we can share wi-fi also, right? Mobile hotspot. Okay, okay. Generally scenario is, in hyderabad office, lot of employees are there. They're having a mobile phones also. So only internet is only for their laptops purpose only, not for all the devices. Otherwise I will bring two three mobile phones and I keep downloading kind of stuff. So what I will do, what they they done, they do mac binding. It means, um, they create a yellow list, they create a yellow list, and they add mac address of each device. You can bind that one also. Okay, that is a different thing. uh, in the wi-fi, it means in the router, they add mac addresses of every device. Each device are every device, every authorized device. Every device means every authorized device. Every other device means, this is a device, you have to tell this is my device, add my mac address to your wi-fi. Then what happen, if they know the password for any others, like students also come to the office, right? Students are there, interview people come for interview, other employees are, I bring, I know wi-fi password for my laptop purpose, but if I want to put it my mobile phone, then it won't work. So what happen, so it denies all remaining. It means out of the list, any device try to connect it to the internet, it will check the MAC address. If it is not there in the list, it deny it. Okay, it will deny it means only in the list it is allow, and which is not in the list it is denies. So that is a MAC binding. Okay, IP binding also there. Last time some people asked me, so the sir, there is a IP binding is there or not? So it is also there. Yes, I will tell that one also. But understand the MAC binding. So in a DHCP server also we can create a allow and deny list. You can to tell MAC address and whether it is, if request from this particular PC with this MAC address, give the IP address, otherwise leave it. IP and MAC binding, that is called a DHCP reservation. What is DHCP reservation? When you are request for a IP address, you will get an IP, but as not as a constantly same IP every day, every time you want to get same IP address, then we can use in a DHCP server IP and MAC addresses. Why I told MAC binding, because of that one also you may not get connection even though you use this kind of commands disable enable also, you may not get a IP address from your DHCP server or your internet router kind of stuff. Okay, so that is what I try to say, it is a MAC binding. DHCP reservation means um, client get same IP address whenever they connect. So based on MAC address. So we have to reserve IP address. So we in DHCP server we can reserve IP address to a client based on their MAC address. So when request came, verify the MAC address, check which IP address is reserved for the client, it will get same IP. So that is called a DHCP reservation. So that is another one. IP type of binding. IP bindings are not there actually, because we are DHCP server is giving us an IP address. We are not telling, right. So like router with the particular IP, any IP comes, then also maybe particular client. Mostly it is a MAC is a stable one. Okay, MAC won't change, right. So like that. Yeah, one more is there, MAC spoofing. This is another question is asked by interviewers, both interviewer and as well as students also. Sir, what is a MAC spoofing? MAC spoofing means it's generally duplicating MAC address. Okay, actually we cannot change our MAC address of a PC, but we can spoof means you can send a packet with a different MAC address. Okay, so with a different MAC address we can send it, and also any broadcast messages are there, so we can tell this is my MAC address. Okay, yeah, like if you don't know a person but you are searching for a person, and there is a cheater person is there, he said, yo, it is mine only, Taj Mahal is mine, Charminar is mine. Okay, like that. We can spoof, like any query came without knowing, then one will take it, right. So like it is happens usually in a security purpose, they spoof, and for hacking purpose also we can spoof, both are there. That's why they use a in a security purpose they use a static ARP table, um, address resolution table. So static one, MAC and IP address bind always, like same IP, same MAC, compulsory matches, no broadcasting. Then only we can avoid this kind of stuff. MAC flooding kind of stuff, switch flooding. So what is this? I'm continuing. Just I need another 5-10 minutes only. So IP address kind of stuff is one thing is IP security. This is a one kind of stuff. This is IP security. Its meaning is in your system through group policies, using local group policies, you can define a IPsec. It means, for example, a user is pinging, or they're sending a packet in a local network or through internet. So what we can say, like, don't accept this kind of IP address. Don't accept this IP. Don't accept this network. Like that, we can define in a IP security. It means particular IP address or a particular network of IP address, we don't want to receive it, then we can stop it. Also, both send and receive, we can follow that one. So we can send or receive. If you are sending or receiving a from packet from a IP address or a IP network, particular network address. So we can create a security allowed or deny. Allow or deny, we have to define it. So allow from this particular IP or deny from the particular IP. Like that, we can able to do it. This is the one kind of security for a IP address, IPsec. Of course, we know firewall. Through firewall also, we can define the IP security thing, which network we can connect and which can not connect. And also firewall will do application access through network. That kind of stuff is also there. Okay, in routers, guys, it is already 1 o'clock, so I cannot go with the routing and switching, IPv6. These three are pending. Maybe one extra topic. We'll see one day later, maybe after Saturday or like that. I will cover that one. And just I'm in a flow, so I will complete this small part is there. That is I will cover. Okay. Routing and switching is one of the things it is mentioned. They given a very less time, so I will cover it for you again. Okay, so I don't leave anything left. But currently it is already 1 o'clock. Okay, up to now you are understanding from morning to now the networking concept what we discuss. Are you understand all the topics from here? Public IP address, private IP address, NAT, PAT, APIPA, DHCP server related issues like a troubleshooting kind of stuff. Do you understand up to now or not? That is important. Okay. Oh, good. So in a not in a router. So in routers, it's a firewall or a router. Anything. It is a device or a server. We can use it. Of course, proxy is also there. Another one. But here it is. What I'm trying to say is ACL. ACL means access control list. Full details are given in the notes. You can try from there. So what is this access control list? Just like as we told in the list, same thing is here. So in an access control list, two types are there. One is standard, another one is extended. Okay. standard access control is standard ACL and extended ACL, named ACL, numbered ACL, like that. So another is named is world one. Sorry, yeah, named is world one. Sorry, no. Numbered is world one and named is world one. Okay. So nothing it is. It is nothing but a list. What is ACL? Okay. So what is ACL is nothing but a list. In the list, so we can tell it is a list, like each thing we have to define yellow or deny. Okay, yellow or deny. What is yellow? If you are using a standard type of list, so you can tell like a IP network, okay, access from or to. Okay, you are accessing to a IP network or you are accessing from IP network, means incoming and outgoing. Incoming and outgoing both are there. So you can define as a incoming or you can define as a outgoing also. Okay, so you can define so whether you can able to access or not. That's it. A IP network wise means um, 192.168.10.0. That is a network ID. So based on the network, so we can either it is you can able to access or not. Allow or deny, list we have to prepare. This is allowed network. This is not allowed network. Very simple. This is a allowed network. This is not allowed network. That is a standard access list type. Extended. Extended access list. What is this extended access list? So more things are there. You can say access from or to. Okay, so it's like access from means from inside to outside or outside to inside. Okay, network. So it we configure on a router or a firewalls this one. Okay, so either you can say IP network, a particular IP network. A means not only one, but it is like a particular one. A IP network or IP address. It means a particular host communication or a protocol or a protocol. We can define whether there is a access from a particular network or a IP address or a protocol. Okay, so I will tell one example which we do funnel by in a CCNA. I put a yellow list ICMP protocol. Yellow ICMP. Sorry. Yellow port number 80. Deny ICMP. Okay, so instead of that one, I will put a HTTP instead of port number. We can use port number or a protocol or a port number. So what will happen? ICMP means ping protocol. ICMP is a ping protocol. HTTP is a web services related protocol. Okay, so I given access from PC1 to a server. PCA to PCA is in my PC and server is in connected to router directly or maybe through network. So packets go through the router only. Okay, to a web server A. Okay, so what I done? Yellow HTTP. When I send a request, HTTP request, yellow it. But when I ping, deny it. So what happens? Web page can be open, but you can't ping to the server. Understand? So why it is I said funny? It means for testing anything we do test with a ping, right? For initially, are you able to reach the destination or not? By test with a ping only. Okay, but ping is not work here, but web page will be loaded. If you, in case like web service is running, then loaded. So if web service is not running, we can't troubleshoot it also. Ping is the most common command for any testing related, whether you can able to reach the destination or not. Okay, so your source to destination source path is clear or not, we can test with a ping. But in this case, ping is denied, web page is loaded. Guys, understand this one? So in an extended access list, we can block Butler network or a Butler IP address, Butler IP host you don't want to communicate. So like that. Actually, access control list is not for a blocking. It is for a filtering traffic purpose. It filters the traffic. Okay, lot of traffic is going on. So what it will do? It filter these networks should not communicate each other, or this IP address to that IP address should not communicate, this host to that host should not communicate, this server accessed by Butler this network only, or Butler these PCs only. Okay, this server can be accessed by everyone. Like that we can create a list and we can upload the list into the router. Then obviously network will be controlled. So what is ACL? Access control list. Okay, it is a list mentioned with the allow or deny of the network or IP address or a protocol or port number allowed or denied of the communication. So access control list is implements in a firewalls and routers. Okay, it implements in a firewalls and routers also. Up to now, okay. Any doubts? I started at 10, almost like a 10:15. I completed this one, Abiba, NAT, ACL, we completed. This part is left. Mhm. Guys, up to now, okay or not? Anybody getting headache, vomiting sensations, suicide attempts? Please tell me. I will tell you solution for that one also. Okay, okay is okay also. No, 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 no means okay.